Hey guys, so I'm gonna do something a little different today than what I usually do. I was going through stuff because if you don't watch my vlog channel, I don't want to explain it again, but we're gonna have to move. So I've been cleaning and I found in with my computer stuff that's in the closet a bunch of old pictures on a disc, on a DVD that I had like burned to save old pictures that I had on like old phones, my old computer. This is like, a lot of them are from like MySpace. So there's literally hundreds and hundreds of pictures and I could be here all day going through them. So maybe I can make a series out of this, but I'm gonna go through like a handful of them and maybe explain like what I was doing, or like I don't even know what's on here. So the way I'm gonna edit this, I've got the pictures on here now and I'm gonna try and just like stick them in as I'm talking about them and hope that this works out correctly. So okay, the first one, this is I think that obviously this was at Christmas time. This was my cat Puss. He had a Christmas sweater on. He didn't mind being dressed up at all. Like technically he was my mom's cat, and then when she passed away, I was the one that mainly took care of him. He's still alive, he's still around. My grandma couldn't, well, she kept him for a while after I left. When I moved in with Steven and we moved to that apartment, we couldn't have any pets. So he stayed there for a while. And my grandma's not really a cat person, and he started like peeing everywhere, and she was like, you gotta get rid of this cat. So my brother found someone that he works with, took him in, and he's still around. He's like, God, he's gotta be like 14 now. So he's still alive and kicking. He was not a cuddly cat at all. He hated everybody. So I'm surprised that he let me dress him up. Alright, this is a friggin' MySpace picture that I used to love to put song lyrics all over. This is me with drumsticks, and that is lyrics from, it's Green Day. Get a rock and roll hat. What song is that? It's bugging me because I knew it wasn't from Jesus of Suburbia. It's from Homecoming on American Idiot. Not that that's, you really need to know where those lyrics are from, but that was bugging me that I couldn't think of what song that was from. So yeah, that was me posing in my room, which is what I did a lot, to take pictures from MySpace. You know what? I'm not even embarrassed because we all did it. There's another one with me with horrible makeup. This was like before I really got into makeup, and I kind of just I would slap like one color on. Obviously this was purple. I guess it wasn't that bad because I blended it at least, but I know I have worse ones than that where I had like non-blended makeup whatsoever. And my shirt said Beast Mode activated. I loved that shirt. This is, what was I supposed to be, a pirate? This was one of my Halloween costumes. I don't know if you can really see them, but I loved those boots. But I was so self-conscious wearing them because they made me so tall. They had a platform on them that was like this big, but they were really easy to walk in because they were just chunky boots. They were from that brand, Tuck, that Hot Topic sold all the time. I think they're still around and they still make like creepers and shoes like that. But they were like black, not really knee-high because you can see they hit me a few inches below the knee, but they had red plaid like on the whole tongue, the whole front of the boot. I loved those so much. I wish I hadn't gotten rid of those, but they started like, the soles were like, they weren't styrofoam, but they were like a weird material, and they were just like deteriorating. So yeah, that was my black and red pirate costume, which I don't know why I didn't have a pirate hat to go with that. This was when we were trying on dresses for my best friend's wedding, and this was like one of the first ones I tried on because she didn't really have a specific dress she wanted me to wear, but she wanted it to be red. And I like fell in love with this one. They didn't have to alter it or anything because it fit me right off the rack. That was when I was like a size 8 and I fit in the freaking dress off the rack. But yeah, I didn't want her to take that picture, but she took it anyway. and apparently I saved it. So this was when I started getting my koi fish done on my arm. That was just the outline. I think that one was done in like 3 sessions. I want to actually go through and find, I know I have pictures of like my tattoos that took multiple sessions to get done. So like I kind of want to do another tattoo video and talk more about them. But yeah, that was when I first had it done, and it was nice and vibrant, and now it's like freaking faded like crazy. So that might be cool too, to show like how they fade over time, because they definitely do. Yeah, that was after I got the outline done. Picture of my butt, I guess. I liked this picture of myself because that was when I had the koi fish finished, and it was nice and colorful, and I was like, yeah, I got a nice colorful arm now. And that belt was my favorite. That was a Green Day belt. It had the heart grenade in pink all around it, and then the belt buckle freaking broke on that. I think I actually still have that belt because I couldn't part with it, but yeah, that was one of my favorite belts. This is me tattooing my ankle. I don't know why I needed a picture of this. And then I threw lyrics on it. That's Pink lyrics from Pink. My Zach Morris shirt. That was when I was doing the, what do you call it? It's not even on this leg, it's on that leg. The Tim Burton pincushion heart tattoo. I did that one on myself. That was when I was really like determined to be a tattoo artist, and it never panned out because I never stuck with it. I should have just stuck with it, but I was so paranoid of fucking up on other people that I let it get the best of me and just didn't go through with it. This one is of me and my grandma. It was a picture that I took of us when I was little, and then I wanted to recreate it years later, so that's really the explanation behind this nonsense. That can't be that old. I can't determine how old I was in these pictures for some reason. I'm pretty sure that was probably right after my mom passed away. That's kind of like the era that a lot of these pictures were. Okay, this one was me all proud that I got my CD signed by Good Charlotte. Then I was so bummed because it was back before they did like the meet and greets all the time, but this was because they still had a fan club, and anyone who was in the fan club, like the first whatever people, got to go in and get their CD signed for free. And I was so mad because they wouldn't let us. It wasn't Good Charlotte's fault, it was the security people there. They wanted us in and out as fast as possible, so they wouldn't let us take pictures with them. Like, they were sitting at a table and they wouldn't let us do anything other than talk to them. So little did I know, years later I would meet them several other times and get to hug them and stuff and get pictures with them. But that was my first experience ever getting to meet them. And they've always been nice. Like, I know sometimes you meet people, famous people that you love, and they're like total assholes. That was not the case with them, and I've been very happy every time I've met them. They're still like my favorite. So this is a picture of me and my mom. This is when I was a baby. This is like one of the only pictures I have of us together, like when I was younger. And I look a lot like Aiden in this picture. You can definitely tell looking at his baby pictures that he's my child. But this, I used to dye my hair all the time. I still do. I mean, not as much fun colors anymore, but this was, I had a phase where I went through like dyeing just my bangs and then the rest of my hair was black, so this was pink and purple. And I believe this was, I haven't messed up my hair too much in my life, but I would bleach the bangs all the time to get the colors as bright as I possibly could, and I believe this was the last time before they started breaking off. So I didn't do it much more after that. Like, after that I would just dye my whole head and be done with it for a while. This was when I first got my Jack tattoo, Jack and Zero, on my ribs. This still looks like this because I never got it finished. was one of the, beside my neck, it was probably the most painful, but like I don't wear a friggin' bikini or anything enough to have that high on my priority list of tattoos to get finished. So yeah, I had the brilliant idea to get it all the way up the side of my ribs, and that was right after I had it done and cleaned it, because it was all red still, but it wasn't bloody. Oh, this was when... These pictures are so random and out of order. Like, when I save pictures on my computer now, they're very, like, by date and stuff, and this is just all over the place. This was... I got my mom, like, a VIP package to see Velvet Revolver. I don't remember if this was for her birthday or Mother's Day, but it included, like, this is us at... She's the first one with like the almost white blonde hair, and then I'm the second one standing there on the left hand side, and it included like going to see them at their sound check and stuff. And I remember Scott Weiland never showed up for the sound check, but then it didn't include like a meet and greet or anything, but Slash started coming down to like sign stuff for people, and then he had to leave because someone called him, so we were super bummed out. But then after the show we waited outside and we got to meet him, and he signed my mom's back, and she got that tattooed because she had a tattoo on her back that I had drawn for her of like a skull with a top hat that like represented Slash, because she loved Slash and Guns N' Roses. Like Guns N' Roses and Metallica were her favorite bands ever. So he signed it for her, and I have a picture of that somewhere. I don't know why that's not on this disc, but she got it tattooed the next day, and he was really nice too. And like Duff came down at the sound check and signed her jacket. I still have her leather jacket. But that was a fun night. So that was Velvet Revolver. And another picture of me with neon pink bangs, and the rest of my hair was black. Horrible eyeshadow again. Like I tried to match my t-shirt. Was that Devil's Rejects? With lime green eyeshadow. No other color to blend with it or anything. Oh my goodness. I'm glad that my makeup skills have improved since then. Then we've got... I wish my tummy still looked like that, I can tell you that right now. Like, I never wore shirts like this or anything. I think I just put this on to friggin' take a picture. But this is when I had my belly button was pierced, my friggin' my hip had surface piercings. I should probably do a piercings video too. I loved them so much, but my body rejected everything. Like all those piercings that you see on my torso there, they all pushed themselves out. Like my body did not want it, didn't want anything to do with any piercings other than my ears. Like my ears, for the most part, I had my tragus pierced and that kind of migrated out and I had to take it out. But all the other ones I haven't had issues with. For some reason, anywhere else on my body does not want a piercing. So it's the same thing. That's another belt. I'm pretty sure I still have that belt. But yeah, thinking back now, I'm like, how did that stuff not get caught on things all the time? Because like, there's just metal all over my belly. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know what I was taking a picture of here. I'm just posing again, I guess. Or maybe that, no, see? I had my tragus pierced there, and you can see there's like a little scar because it was pushing its way out already. But I think I had already had it for a while. It didn't take long for that one to like wanna not be in my ear. It never got infected or anything, it just kinda like grew out. I don't know how to explain it. My skin just pushes stuff out. But once again, one color of dark blue eyeshadow. And this is me and my brother being idiots in my room with Jackass posters and Blink-182. This must have been one of the times where I was bleaching my bangs to get ready to put color in it. I'm surprised they're not all broken there. But I never left my hair blonde like this, so this must have been like an in-between phase, because I don't think I look good with light hair at all. Blue eyeshadow again. I was always matching my eyeshadows to my shirts. I don't look at, today I have like, I don't remember what I put on my eyes, but I have a green shirt on. I didn't wear green eyeshadow, promise. Didn't match my shirt today. That was of course another MySpace picture. This was from work. Oh my god. We had to give, this is how stupid Rite Aid was. We would have to give each other Raptar cards to like promote, what would you call it? I don't even know. We'd have to give each other like a pat on the back all the time and write it on these cards for like if we recognition, if we recognize that a coworker was doing something something nice for a customer or a good job on something that we were working on. So I don't think this stayed up here, but my best friend, we worked together at the time. She left there before I did, and she wrote I pooped myself and she gave me her undies. I have to send this to her. Oh my god. I'm taking a picture of it so that I can send it to her. Okay, what's next? Oh, that was a cool shirt. Whatever happened to that shirt? So I had like red streaks in my hair, I think. This was when my best friend was going through cosmetology school. She wanted to be a hairdresser, but she ended up dropping out. But she would color my hair for me all the time, so this was like a period where I had all kinds of different hair colors because she wanted to practice. But I liked my hair there. It was nice bright red streaks. And I don't know what that pose was supposed to be. I'm thinking it into the distance or something. Stupid MySpace poses. Another one where I'm looking off into the distance. I can't tell what calendar that is hanging up. I don't know. I was trying to see what calendar that was. That was another shirt I used to love. It had like, I might still have that one. It had like a dagger on it, like from one side to the other. But my makeup doesn't look as bad there. I think this was when I started learning more about makeup. Oh, this was when I first started YouTube. Like if you've been here since then, I know a few of you have. I painted on my bedroom door like all the Nightmare Before Christmas characters, and that is what that door is in this picture. I don't know what happened to that shirt either. I had a lot of like Beetlejuice striped shirts like that, and I go, why did I get rid of all of them? Yet again, alright, this eyeshadow makes me look sickly. Why did I not have like black eyeliner around it to kind of, oh my goodness. I must have just had my hair done again because it looks like it was like a bright orangey color. And my Mest shirt. I'm so excited that Mest got back together and they're making a new album. They did like a crowdfunding thing. Was it? I don't think it was GoFundMe, it was something else. What was the other one? I don't know, but I contributed towards it, and the album's supposed to be out pretty soon. They were one of my favorite like pop punk bands. I missed them. Okay, this was definitely when I started getting more into makeup because there's actually blending going on in multiple colors. That is the first Urban Decay palette that I ever got. The what was it called? The Deluxe palette, I think, but that's the turquoise and the purple from it. So I was starting to learn how to blend colors together. And my Captain Spaulding shirt, House of a Thousand Corpses. Oh yeah, and look at my arm. I had the beginnings of my sugar skull over here, but it didn't have all the spikes around it yet. And I didn't even remember that being 2 separate sessions. This this is Steve-O's autograph on my picture, because he had a thing on his website that if you sent in a picture of yourself, like a physical picture of yourself wearing one of his t-shirts from his merch, he would send you an autograph. And then I got sent back the picture of me. Like, I thought it was gonna be a picture of him that came in the mail, and then that he was gonna do something with those pictures. But I still have that picture. Actually, it said, "Megan, love you babe, love Steve-O." I just thought that was hysterical that, like, he signed the picture of me instead of a picture of himself. So I still have that. Another bathroom picture. This must have been after I went to see Dane Cook, because I have the Rough Around the Edges tour shirt. I'm doing the Sufi. I was like, what happened to Dane Cook? Because a while ago I was thinking he just like dropped off the face of the planet, and he went on Bert Kreischer's podcast not too long ago, so he kind of like explained why he's been gone and stuff. But I wish he would do more movies and stuff, because he was one of my favorite comedians. He's hilarious. And I have to change the battery because I just noticed it's starting to blink, so I'll be right back. Alright. I don't know how long this video is. I don't think I'm gonna do many more. Like I said, if you guys like this and want me to go through more, there are hundreds and hundreds of pictures on this CD or DVD, whatever this is. So this one, I have fond memories of this. This was at my best friend's house. See all those liquor bottles? We spent like $90 at the liquor store finding all the things. Like we were having a sleepover night, and we were like, let's find a recipe for the most ridiculous drink we can find. And it was this drink called Fuck Me Like a Beast, which we thought was hysterical. And it took all it needed freaking Bacardi 151, grenadine, the Chambord stuff, Midori, and tequila, and I believe it was pineapple juice and a couple other things, and we were like, oh, this sounds good. We made it, and it was like the most disgusting thing. So like, despite the fact that there's all those liquor bottles and you think that we got trashed afterwards, it was like us giggling and spitting it everywhere, and that was the extent of it. All that money wasted at the liquor store. I think actually she gave it to her parents after that. And they were set for a while. They had a whole bunch of different stuff, but I think that was one of the nights I realized drinking wasn't my thing. Because it was gross. I like, the most I will drink, anything I drink now is like fruity, girly drinks, because I can't handle much else. This was my neighbor's Rottweiler. When I lived at my grandma's house, she used to always come over to our yard all the time. She was a sweetie. I believe what did she have wrong with her? I think it was something like Maggie had wrong with her too. It was something with her heart, and she had to be put to sleep. But she was such a nice dog. Like, she was this big, burly Rottweiler with a big chain collar all the time that people were afraid of. But like, she would just wander over and say hi to me, and I'd give her biscuits. Oh Jesus, this was like... Alright, I was definitely... I think I had started YouTube. I was more into makeup because I had pink and black going on here, I think. And that my eyebrows were super thin. This period is the reason why, like, over here doesn't want to grow in, and I have to fill it in all the time because I overplucked the crap out of my eyebrows. My hair was too short here. I hated it at this point. It was all like teased, like friggin' scene hair. I had my Avenged Sevenfold shirt. That's just embarrassing. That was an embarrassing period. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Stop. That was a Jack and Sally hoodie. And this had to have been an older picture because it's just blue eyeshadow all around my eyes again. I don't know why I thought that looked good. Oh, this was after Metallica. This was after my mom passed away, and I somehow managed to get front row seats for Metallica to like, I was like, I can't miss them because they were her favorite, and me and my best friend went. It was like a snowstorm that night. Oh my gosh. I remember we were like gripping the car driving all the way home because we were so scared. But I got one of the guitar picks, so I was excited about that. But I think I'm gonna end this here because I need to go to the store and this is already pretty long, so hopefully I can edit this correctly with the way I filmed it. And I will talk to you guys next time. Let me know if you liked this, like give it a thumbs up and then I'll know to make some more. I hope you enjoyed it anyways. I like going through old pictures and finding silly stuff to talk about. So I'll talk to you next time.